always described my Teshovar books as being set in a gaslamp fantasy world, and I got a question asking what gaslamp is and if it's similar to steampunk. There is a lot of overlap between gaslamp and steampunk, but the biggest differentiator is probably that gaslamp relies a lot more on magic, whereas steampunk relies a lot more on technology. My Teshovar books are a mix of both, with magic playing a big part in society and politics and government. But technology and science are also really important, with one of my main point of view characters actually being an engineer. When you hear about gaslamp fantasy, it's typically talking about a story that's set in our world in an alternate 19th or early 20th century. So we're talking about Victorian or Edwardian times, or even sometimes going back to Regency. It's most common for gaslamp fantasy to be set on our world in those time periods, but it also can be set on a secondary world that has aesthetics similar to those time periods. That's how I've written my Teshovar series. It's not set on Earth or in our world, but it's in a secondary world, kind of like if you think about how the settings for Lord of the Rings or the Stormlight Archive are in worlds different from our own. Science and technology in the world where Teshovar is set have advanced to a point where they look similar to Victorian times in our world, but with some differences. There are some things that have held back certain areas of development, so it's really a mix of Victorian aesthetic and kind of quasi-medieval aesthetic. The overall timeline for my series is going to be fairly expansive, so it won't always be set in Teshovar at that particular time. But the initial trilogy, which I'm currently writing the third book for right now, is set in that time when there are gas lamps on the street, and electricity is very rudimentary and right on the verge of becoming a practical thing.